This is dangerous because if I say I like it, is it because she's pretty? If I say I don't like it, it's because she's a woman. Can I just be like, well, maybe I don't care and I'm just going to listen to the guitar playing? Is that cool? I will actually, can I be very honest? I think her guitar looked dope in the thumbnails, and I will give you extra credit for like a super dope guitar. So maybe like the guitar's pretty. And maybe I'm drunk. And maybe my shirt has my cat on it. And it's probably the best thing you're gonna see today. Let's see what's going on. Shredding Sophie Lloyd. 6.5 minutes is fucking long. Let's go. Let's see what's up. Okay, I will immediately say she's not fucking around. She's not fucking around. Like, if you don't play guitar hardcore, you're not going to play what she just played. So she's already the real deal. That being said, I'm not in love, though. I'm not in love with it. She's just playing, like, hard shit, but not... I'm not talking well. She played hard enough already that if you're not a guitar player, you could not do that. Like, if you don't practice hard, you cannot do that. I'm not impressed. Not that she needs to impress me, but it's just like, okay, you're definitely a guitar player. You're 100% a fucking guitarist. 100%. She works, she practices. I can tell that already. Let's go. It's a lot of 3 notes per string. Nice. I don't actually like the song at all. I think the song's very boring, but we can tell from her technique, she's very articulate. She's very much in time. There's nothing fucked up with her finger placement or her rhythm. As far as playing the fuck out of a guitar, she is playing it. I think the song is lame. But it's like Christmas music, which I'm not really a Christmas guy. All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. For real. Okay. There's no question. Let's be honest. She can definitely play. When I say play, that's like fucked up because you don't even know what I'm talking about. On a scale of 1 to 10 on her playing, she's about an 8 right now. She's an 8. Which my 8 is a hard 8. My 8 is like a very like not like people 8. No. She can play. She's moving across the strings. She's shifting. She's got these 3-note patterns. She's articulate. Her rhythms are clear. And my 8 is basically like, I don't think you can do this 8. I don't think if you're like a guitar player, you played like a lot, I'm not sure I think you can do what she's doing. But that being said, I'm not blown away or anything, like she's one of the homies. She's one of the homies right now. Like if we were all hanging out outside, you're one of the buddies. Like when we're talking about shit, you're one of the buddies. That's worth it. That small shit actually right there. Yes. That is, she put some extra effort into skipping over her hand to tap on a note. Yeah. Okay. All right. What you gonna do on this? It is a bunch. Sorry, Sophia, you're dope. You are dope. I'm about to criticize you, but before I criticize you, I want to let you know that you're very good. But I criticize myself, I criticize other people. What I am seeing is like a set of mechanics on how you move between strings that are very efficient, but I'm noticing between like song to song to song to song, you're really using a similar mechanic every single time, which is that 3 notes per string thing, which is it's really good for speed. It's exceptionally good for speed. It's fantastic. And you are fast. But the more you see it in a row, the more you're like, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do more of this, you know? Good bends, though. She got good bends. Sorry, those were octave bends on like the E and B string where you're 3 notes apart. So like say 12th to 15th fret, and then you're bending the 15th fret up a whole step to make an octave happen. Bends are nice and in tune. It's good sweeps. Actually, I think one of the things she's nicest at is the tapping. She's really tapping very much like she doesn't give a fuck. She's like, of course, this is where I tap. I would say, like, if I was going to complain, I would complain a little bit about, well, I complain about things that you don't give a fuck about. But what I complain about is a little bit of the picking hand, a little bit of the fretting hand. You don't hear any problem with it because she's not playing above her level, which is the key to anyone playing anything, is that if you don't play above your level, then you're not going to hear problems. So she's not playing something that's too hard. But to me, there's a little weirdness in the picking hand, which if you've seen any other video I've talked about on any other guitar player, I always will complain about the diagonalness of the picking hand instead of being perpendicular. Perpendicular versus diagonal. Rock hand, professional hand. Rock hand, professional hand. Right? And her holding of the pick is unorthodox, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just something I'm not used to seeing. With that being said, now, okay, we've heard some sweeping. Right? We've heard some good bending. I would like to hear something a little outside of the norm now. We've heard your 3 strings per, three notes per string. We've heard the sweeping. We've heard the bending. We've seen some tapping, and it's all been very nice. But now we've got 3 minutes left in the video. Are we going to see more of that, or maybe something different? Thriller automatically gets you bonus points if you're playing on fucking Thriller. That's always a good choice to me. Actually, I think technically the Thriller is not the most impressive. but it's probably my favorite playing of hers. She seems more relaxed on this one, and she has the vibrato going between her first, second, and third finger, and we see more of her actual playing, I think, like her relaxed playing of who she actually is on this, I think, as compared to and she's got the makeup on, and she's hopefully not a zombie, but she could be. I think out of everything, I kind of like this the best. Because I don't really give a fuck about flashy shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you got flash, you got it. And if you don't have flash, you don't have it. But yeah, I think I enjoy this the most. And I think her unorthodox picking, her holding the pick, I think it's just the way she plays. So it's not really anything at all. It's just a pick. You hit a string with it. Who gives a fuck how you hold it? You only give a fuck if you play the string weird, but she's not playing the string weird, so. Wait, how the fuck did she do that bin? That bin's not really there. Hold on. Oh, is she actually bending the neck? Respect. It seemed like a deep dive for a neck bend. But yeah, you put your arm against the body and you push the fucking neck. And you're like, yeah, I can't bend this, but I will bend this fucking instrument. If she just did that on a Les Paul, is that a standard? Gibson Les Paul standard? Because the risk always when you do that, the risk is that you're going to crack the neck. Fuck yeah, though. To me, it's a little whatever. This has nothing to do with her technique. I mean, this is not complaining and saying the technique is bad or good or whatever. But when you see how someone else does something versus how you do it, you're like, oh, that's interesting. So when she's playing her 16ths, she's moving from her elbow, which is a lot of work. Which, yeah, you can make fun of that gesture. But when I'm playing 16ths, I'm like more tighter. I think. I don't know. Where's the pick? We can see exactly how I play 16ths, even though I'm drunk. Wait, hold on, we can't really see my hand. So, like, I'm not really moving from here. I mean, I am, I guess, because my wrist is locked, but it's not this. It's not this for 16ths. It's... So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. That's weird. It seems like there's a lot of motion in that forearm for those 16th notes. Okay, so this is just bias. This is just, let me say this up front. This is just bias. Okay? Biased take. I am biased. I'm just I think because it's in my head, I want to tell you just because, like, it could be interesting, maybe. Her picking hand seems weird to me. But now, how weird could your picking hand be? She could have no hand. She could have like a stub and a claw and be holding a pick. And there are people who do that. People that have no hand and they have a pick. And there's people that have no arm at the joint. This is not a fucking joke. This is true. There's people who like have, like here, they have like a appendage here that holds a pick and they play from here. And they all, it's one of the most inspiring things ever is that all of them play guitar. But the layout of this hand, the picking hand, is freaking me out. Even though apparently it's not a problem at all. So the issue is that with both regular, whatever regular means, with regular picking or regular finger style, is that typically what you'll see is the thumb goes past the fingers and you're finger picking and playing. Or if you're holding a pick, you're grasping it between your index and thumb, however you hold it, different between genres. But again, it's in front of the fingers. Right? We got the thumb, the pick, and then the other digits. But she seems to be extending almost past, she's like reaching out and playing. And it's still, you know, technically it's in front of the fingers, but it's almost like she's reaching out, which is like, how the fuck? It seems like so hard to do. But she's killing it. But it just seems like it's extended. Like, and now all of a sudden you have a question in your head. It's like, well, maybe she stumbled on something that's smarter than like what we do. Like maybe I should be reaching out. Like maybe that's a better way to play. And the only way to find out is to do it for like a long amount of time. Like maybe that's the way to do. And look how loose her hand is. If you look, okay, how can you look at someone's hand and see how loose it is? This gap, this little shadow here. How big is that shadow? So if you're playing like tight like metal, there's like not much there going on. Hello, how are you? I'm a no gap hand. Right, but see, there's like a very long gap, and then you look at the actual curvature of the knuckles, which will give you the idea of the extension of the hand. Because when you have a fist, right, they go forward and duck under. Pretty simple. But when you look at her hand, her fingers are going out, but they're not ducking under. So you can tell that her hand is extended, and this is extended, and you're like, it's almost like my lip balm. Hold on. EOS lip balm. Not sponsored. But it's almost like you're holding this in your hand, and you're picking. Now look at that. Me holding this, that looks really similar to her hand, even though I'm holding this here. It's like trippy the way people can play guitar. Kinda nuts. Oh, and her thumb is behind her finger. Her thumb is actually trailing behind her index and the others. So it's almost like her thumb is the last digit, which is like nuts, but she's killing it. Oh no, she doesn't have nails. The way you can tell she doesn't have nails, or if she does, they're not long. I'm positive my nails are longer than hers. And the easy way to tell is when she's tapping. When you tap, oh, do I have a nail file here? I do. So when you tap on strings, when you're tapping, your fingernail creates distance. There we go. Creates distance between the fretboard and your hand. So if this is the fretboard and there's a string here and I'm going to tap it, if I push down with my fingernail, you can see the distance. If I can zoom in here. You can see how high my finger is off the fretboard because of the distance created by the fingernail. So if you're going to tap and you have long fingernails, which I have done in the past, what you'll see is you actually have to tilt your finger back. So that way you can actually make contact like this from the side. And if you don't have a fingernail, or your fingernail is very short, you'll be at 90 degrees, which is much easier. And she seems pretty much always 90 degrees. So I'm going to say either she has no fingernails or they're very, very short. Yeah, I don't think she has nails in either hand. I think they're just painted black. I don't think she has nails in either hand at all. She definitely has no thumbnail. I can look by there and be like, my thumbnail is like huge. She has none. I can't really see from here, but yeah, her tapping, yeah. Now, a cheat around that is she could tap with the pick, but she wasn't tapping with the pick earlier. Her sweeps are good, man. That's fucking sick. I love that. And as far as her picking hand looking weird, what I actually have to say about this, although the haters probably already left or whatever, is that I love it when people do something like this because let's say I met her on year 1. Then I would try to change her picking hand. I'd be like, oh, well, you know, let's change the way you're picking because you're probably going to have these issues with it. But now we can hear she's actually shredding. She's kicking ass. She's killing it. Not like killing it for a girl. She's killing it. Which lets you know that the way she's holding the pick, it works. So someone like me who's like used to a certain way of playing, that's actually like me being very biased and narrow-minded about what can work. But now I'm watching her kill it. And it's like, oh, you can play that way. Which also means that that's the difference between like teachers, which is, let's say you hold the pick the way she holds it. Maybe you don't want to work with me. Maybe. Because like, I can't tell you, I don't play that way. So it can be nice if you hold the pick that way to play with someone who holds the pick that way. That way they can kind of relate to you, their experiences with how they play. We all have different issues as far as like hand size, I mean big hands, small hands, how fast you are, certain techniques, hammer-ons, pull-offs, sweeps. And it can be really helpful to actually work with someone who has similar attributes to you because they can explain to you how they overcame certain sets of problems. Yeah. But she is fucking killer. Which again is kind of fucked up, female guitarist of the year. I think she's actually pretty fucking stellar. So it does kind of suck that we have to have female guitarist of the year. It's kind of fucked up. Now, let's be honest. Is she best guitarist of the year? No. But no one's best guitarist of the year. There's one motherfucker who's best guitarist of the year, whoever it happened to be. And like, it doesn't really matter if you're male or female or whatever the fuck. That competition is just huge. It has nothing to do with being a female or male or whatever. But it is kind of, congrats to her for being female guitarist of the year, and congrats to anyone who is the best of whatever you do. But you kind of like, you kind of want to be like just best guitarist, like, you know? But congrats. Like, I could be maybe best guitarist of the year of a guy who doesn't make albums and wears cat t-shirts of the year. Best washed up person in a room making reaction videos talking about his cat guitarist of the year. I think I could be number 1 at that. So, she does kill it. She does absolutely kill it. And by the way, something I didn't mention through all these videos is a lot of times on her guitar, she doesn't have a locking tremolo, which is kind of nice to see because most male, see now we're going the other way, we're attacking males. Most male guitarists that we see on these shredded videos have a lot of locking tremolos or whatever, locking nuts or whatever bullshit. So it's kind of nice to see just a regular old nut, which is this part is the nut, you fucking sick bastards. The nut. Yeah. 25 minutes. God damn it, I talk too much. I'm done.